Hello, gorgeous reader. No. You right blocked that. Hello, gorgeous readers, and welcome to my birthday book haul. For my birthday, all I wanted to do was go book shopping. Literally, that's it. My request was book shopping and Nando's. That's all I wanted to do, and that's exactly what we did. And I bought some books. A lot of books, actually. And I have been waiting to do this haul for the longest time. My birthday was at the start of July. It is now basically nearly the end. But I'll be honest, I had different visions for this video. I thought, oh my gosh, I've got so many books. I can do a great book haul. I'm going to be all done up. Like, it's going to be great. No. Instead, I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm over summer. To be honest, I'm never into summer. I'm an autumn girl through and through, autumn and spring. So honestly, happy me would be October. Like, it would be October tomorrow, I would be happy. But alas, we're not getting there yet, so I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But I'm hot, I'm sweaty, I'm over summer. My hair is a mess. Kind of, it's just shoved up in a claw clip, and I've got barely any makeup on my face, which I never thought that I would do for YouTube, or at least not anytime soon. But here we are. We're just gonna do it because, do you know what, life doesn't always work out how you plan it. Things aren't always perfect, and you don't care about me, you don't care about what I look like, you just care about the books. Hang on, you're about to get a dog bark right in the microphone there. You don't care about what I look like, you literally just care about the books. That's why you're here, that's why you clicked on this video. So I'm going to be quiet now. I'm going to stop chattering, and we are just going to dive straight into this birthday book haul. Okay, here is your sneak peek at all of the books that I got for my birthday, but I am going to put the pile down and we are going to go one by one. So one of the first books that I picked up, I actually made a TikTok and a reel about it, and you guys absolutely loved it. No. Like, it went crazy for me, for like my numbers. I think it got like 26,000 on Instagram or something like that, which is unheard of for Instagram. And I can't remember how much on TikTok, but you guys absolutely loved it as well. And basically the premise of the video was that I was gonna buy the book regardless of whether or not I liked the blurb, purely because the cover, not only was the cover amazing, but the sprayed edge was even better. So let's do it together. This is the cover. Try and get it so that you can see it. This is the cover, right? It's cute. You're thinking it's cute, but okay, whatever. The sprayed edge. Look at how amazing that is. It's like character art, I assume, which I love personally because I have a hard time visualizing, so I always search TikTok for fan art. It's like fan art on the cover, but it's on the edge of the book. Like, how gorgeous is that? Like, there was no way I was leaving it in the store. Literally, not a single reason would cause me to leave this in the shop. Okay, if I didn't like the blurb, didn't matter, I was going to buy it anyway. Cost, didn't matter, I was going to buy it anyway. It was actually only £6. So I got this from the Works, and I believe that this is a Works exclusive version. So obviously this is UK based, the Works. This is a Works exclusive version, and yeah, so a lot of people have been saying that they can't get it because they either can't find it in their Works or they don't have the Works. So I'm very sorry if that is the case, but I am obsessed with it. It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. It is Nightshade by Autumn Woods. Thankfully, I did actually really enjoy the blurb. So I would have picked it up anyway, if the cover even wasn't as eye-catching. Well, actually, to be honest, maybe I would have missed it if the cover wasn't quite as eye-catching. So, you know, when they say don't judge a book by its cover, sometimes they lie. Because sometimes it works. Thankfully, a lot of people in my comments said that it's a really good book. So I'm really excited to read this. I believe it's a standalone. So it's obviously like, how many pages is it? 394 pages, so almost 400 pages. So I can't wait to get stuck into this. But it's Nightshade by Autumn Woods. Nova, thank you. It's Nightshade by Autumn Woods, and it says it's Sorrow Song University book 1, and the front cover says he's her enemy, she's his everything, which, if the cover hadn't already sold me, that probably would. So let me read you the blurb, and hopefully you can feel as excited as I am about this book, not only for its gorgeous packaging, but also for its content. He'd burn down the world for her, but she plans to burn his to the ground. Ophelia Winters wants revenge. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Sorrow Song University... Sorry, I'm going to have to pause there because I completely skipped over the fact that it was based in the Scottish Highlands, which That makes my northern heart happy. Sorry. Let's continue. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Sorosong University only welcomes students from the most powerful families. Ophelia doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the perfect opportunity to investigate the accidental death of her parents near the castle grounds. Things get off to a rocky start when she runs afoul of the mysterious Alex Corbu. Oh, I hope you're prepared for a long video of me mispronouncing names. Alex Corbo Green, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he's just a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding beneath a beautiful facade. When an unknown tormentor begins to stalk Ophelia, she realises she may not be able to survive Sorosong on her own. Alex becomes her unexpected ally and her alibi for murder. But as she starts falling for the soft heart that hides beneath his hard exterior, her hunger for revenge wavers for the first time. Can she really bring herself to destroy everything he's ever known? Mystery, murder, revenge, welcome to Sorosong University. So that's the blurb, and I feel like nothing else needs to be said. I feel like we're all on the same page about why I picked up this book and why I am very excited to read it. So, book 1, Nightshade by Autumn Woods. The second book that I got, I say first, second, it's literally just what's in the pile. It's what's in the pile. I don't remember the order that I bought them in. So, the second book that is in my pile is Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. And again, this one was that cover's so cute, but do you know what's even cuter? The sprayed edge with the cat. I mean, hello? I picked this up because I think I saw a TikTok where the author was talking about this particular cover of the book. And she was kind of promoting it, and that stuck in my head. And then I saw it again. This is from the works. I saw it and I just picked it up and looked at the spray judge and went, yep, that's mine. And I just assumed it was a romance, to be honest. Oh, come lie down. Oh, good job. I've got my best friend with me. She's just lying, she's lying just off camera because I'm doing auntie duties today. So no, she's about to bark at the window, honestly, I tell you. Good girl, just lie down. Good job. She's lying on the books. But yes, I assumed this book was a romance. I'm not sure if it is. So let's read the blurb together and we will figure it out. I literally, honestly, give me a nice cover and I will buy anything. Let's hope it is a romance. Let's find out. When the leaves fall, magic rises. Belladonna Blackthorn hasn't lost her magical spark, but she hasn't seen it in a while either. Balancing work at her beloved London bookshop, Luna Books, with handling her toxic boss and concealing her witchcraft from those around her, Belle is burnt out. Perfecting the potential of her magic is the last thing on her mind. But when her 30th birthday brings a summons from her coven and a trial that tests her worthiness as a witch, Belle risks losing her magic forever. With only a month to fix things and a suspicion that dark forces may be working against her, Belle will need all the help she can get, from the woman in her life, from an unlikely mentor figure, and even from an infuriating coven watchman who's sworn to protect her. Can Belle reignite her spark before it's too late? Okay, so I believe from that last line of from an infuriating coven watchman who's sworn to protect her, there will be a dash of romance in this. But if you've read it, do let me know. I'm going to read it anyway because it sounds great. If there's no if there's like romance and there's no happily ever after though, please tell me and it will be decoration for my shelf because I can't cope with that. I feel like you should know that by now, but if you don't, happily ever afters only. Okay. So that is the second book. It looks amazing. It's got all the witchy vibes. The fact that she runs a bookshop as well. I mean, can I be this girl? Please. Thanks. Next is a book that I have left the sticker on, but in case you wanted to know, it's £4. Let me just take it off for the purpose of aesthetics. I did a very poor job of that. Anyway, right. So the next book is actually a book that I read years ago. Like, years ago. When I was a teenager. Like, so long ago. And I loved it at the time. And I've never seen it anywhere. Like, I've never seen the actual physical book in a bookshop. To be honest, I probably wasn't looking for it. I don't know. I read it on my Kindle, literally, like I said, years ago. And I've never seen it. And literally, I saw it. And because I loved it, I was like, well, I'm having the book. And it is My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. So, like I said, I already have read this book and I already love it. But I am going to read it again because it was such a long time ago. All I know is that I loved it. I remember kind of the premise. But yeah, I saw this and I had to get it. It has to be on my bookshelf because it's one of my absolute favourites. So a reread is definitely in order. But in case you haven't read it, I'm going to tell you the blurb and you can see if you would like to read it too. My summer, my heart, my life next door. The Garretts are everything the Reeds are not. Loud, numerous, messy, affectionate. And every day from her balcony perch, 17-year-old Samantha Reed wishes she was one of them. Until one balmy summer evening, Jace Garrett climbs the trellis to sit by her and changes everything. Ah! Oh, it just reminds me of why I love this book so much. There's just the feels, and I remember that Jace was just so cute. So yeah, My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick, a classic for me, one of my faves. But if you haven't read it, then check it out, see if it's for you. I told you that you might hear the dog. Did you hear the dog? She's just registering her displeasure because I'm not giving her attention. Anyway, sorry for the chaos. Yeah, if you are interested, check it out, see if you might like it. But I absolutely loved it when I read it the first time, so had to get it. If you've made it this far into the video with my chaotic ramblings, like I said, I didn't really plan this video very much. I just wanted to show you the books and I was sick of waiting. So if you have listened to all my rambles and you're still here, again, you might be on here because you care about the books, but that's fine. That does not hurt my feelings. I'm also here for the books. So if you have made it this far, then please do like the video and subscribe. Please, I'm going to be one of those people who asks you pretty please to subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and lets me know that you like being here and you like my content, and then obviously, you know, any suggestions, anything that you want to see from me, do let me know. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just going to say, if you're enjoying this so far, please give it a like and a subscribe, and a comment at the end. If you make it all the way to the end, you're a superstar. Anyway, back to it. So I'm going to do the next two one after the other because they are part of a series, and that is the Powerless series. But I already have Powerless, my sister has Powerless, but I didn't have the second and the third book, and so because I'm going to read them all, I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy them. So again, this was from the works. All of the books so far have been from the works, and then I have a few that I got from Waterstones, but I will let you know when I get there. So from the works, £5.50. Lovely. Again, I just wanted the book because I knew that I had the first book and I didn't want to just have the first book and then have the next two on Kindle. I wanted to have all of the books. So this is Reckless. So this is the second book in the Powerless trilogy. If you don't want to hear the blurb because you haven't read the series, I haven't read the series either, by the way, but I like reading the blurbs of things because I like to spoil things for myself. It's a trait of mine. You can call it toxic, you can call it a red flag. I don't care. I like spoilers. I like to know ish what's happening and what the gist of the book is. So if you haven't read the series and you don't want to listen to the blurbs of the second and third books, because spoiler alert, the third book is next, then you might just want to fast forward. So it says, the kingdom of Ilya is in turmoil. Ordinary born Peyton Grey has killed the king and kick-started a resistance throughout the land. Now she's running from one person she had wanted to run to. Okay, so yes, big spoiler on the blurb if you didn't want to know, so I hope you heeded my previous warning. Ordinary born Peyton Grey has killed the king and kick-started a resistance throughout the land. Now she's running from the one person she had wanted to run to. Kai Aza, sorry if that is pronounced wrong to all the people who love this series, just tell me how to pronounce it properly in the comments. Thank you. Kai Aza is now Ilya's enforcer, loyal to his brother Kit, the new king. He has vowed to find Peyton and bring her to justice. Oh, I can feel the enemies to lovers vibes. I could feel it. Across the deadly scorches and deep into the hostile city of Dor, Kai pursues the one person he wishes he didn't have to. But in a city without elites, the balance between the hunter and hunted shifts. How far will he go for duty, and what will she do to survive? The next epic and sizzling installment in the global best-selling Powerless series. So yes, like I said, that's book 2, and there's some heavy spoilers in the blurb there. So sorry about that. But I got book 2, and then I got book 3. Now, book 3 is a hardback, or at least that was the only option, was a hardback. And I thought, do I need it? Because it was significantly more expensive than the rest of the books that I bought. Dog. So it was like £5.50, £4, I think like 6 and 6, the books were. And this one was 12. And I thought, do I need it? well, no, I don't need any of the books. But do I want it? Yes. And let me show you why. So, this is the book, as if the cover alone wasn't like the sweetest thing you've ever seen. No, there's no sprayed edges, so that's not why. Let me take the dust cover off the book, and then maybe you'll understand why I had to pay £12 for this book. Again, regardless of whether I was going to read the series or not. Thankfully, I am planning on reading this series, and I am excited about it. But this is what the actual book looks like. Sorry, is that not just the best thing you've ever seen? Forever my undoing. Oh my gosh, is that a quote? I bet that's a quote. But not only that, right? There is a pink map. Not only is the book pink and silver and beautiful, but the inside has a map that is pink and beautiful. And then look at the inside of the dust jacket. Like, hello? Hello. And it also says forever my undoing on the back. So I assume that's quite a poignant quote. I'll find out when I read the series. But yes, as you can see, there was no chance. There was no chance that I was going to be leaving this book on the shelf and not buying it and taking it home to my own bookshelf. So even though it upsets me that Powerless and Reckless are the same size and they're paperback and this one is hardback, so it's very upsetting for the old bookshelf plan, but I wasn't going to leave it, and I also wasn't going to let that stop me from buying it. So in case you wanted to know what the last book is about as well, again, it doesn't bother me to read all the blurbs of the book prior to actually reading even the first book. But if you don't want spoilers, I would hope that you're not here, because I hope that you would have skipped before the second book. But if you are still here for some reason and you really don't want spoilers for the last book, then please do fast forward. Just fast forward. Okay. She fled a betrayer. She's returned as a bride-to-be. Oh, hello. The inflection on my voice was wrong there, so let me fix that. She fled a betrayer. She's returned as a bride-to-be. Ordinary-born Peyton Grey was prepared for a death sentence, not a proposal. After killing the king, marriage to his son, Kit, was the last thing she, or the kingdom, expected. But in her role as queen, Peyton would have had a chance to unite Ilya and create a kingdom where ordinaries live alongside elites without fear. With a decision looming, Peyton battles between her head, heart, and the hidden trials she now faces. Through it all, Kai Asa fights to call her his, even if it means defying his king. Are vows strong enough to unite a kingdom, or will betrayal break them? The choice between sacrifice and self has never been more difficult or deadly. The final installment in the epic and sizzling fantasy romance trilogy that's taken the world by storm. Okay, so already I could tell that I'm going to be frustrated by the events that are going to take place in this book, and I imagine the end of the second book, sorry. So already I'm scared, but they are only 3 books and they are not like huge. I've literally just finished reading Zodiac Academy, so that's my bearing currently on books. So these books to me are practically short stories compared to those in Zodiac Academy. So I imagine that I'll be able to get through it quite quickly, and hopefully the frustration doesn't last long. Let me know if you're like me and you find things like that frustrating. I just like my main ship. I like my main ship to just be my main ship, but it's always a journey to get there. So we'll ride the wave of the journey and we'll see how it is. But those are the next 2 books that I bought for my birthday in my birthday haul, and I am ready to get started on the series and find out what all the hype is about so that I can join in with everyone's obsession with Kai, because I need to know. So, Fearless by Lauren Roberts. Sorry, I feel like I didn't say. The Powerless series is by Lauren Roberts, in case you didn't know. This is the second, this is the third. So, and the first is Powerless. Again, if you didn't know that. Next, so now we're moving on to the books that I bought in Waterstones. So the books that are a bit more spenny than the old Works books. I think I got them all buy one get one half price. And then, so they were, I'm pretty sure they were like all $9.99. Oh no, one was $10.99. What was this one? Hang on. That was also $10.99. So 2 were $10.99. And one was $9.99, which is so sad, but it's fine. It's things that we do for books. But like I said, I got them buy one get one half price, so nope. I got them buy one get one half price, so one was £10 and one was like £5. So you know, it's fine. It's all worth it in the end. It's fine. It's fine. Next up is the Crimson Moth by Kristen Ciccarelli. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I will let you read it for yourselves. Just in case I am. I've heard a lot about this series. I'm pretty sure that the premise is witch hunter, so say less, please. Let's find out what it's about together. The only thing more treacherous than being a witch is falling in love. A hunted witch. The revolution reigns. The witches who once ruled are hidden, hunted. Rune is one of them. A socialite by day, she is the Crimson Moth by night, a vigilante bent on saving her own. Her next rescue demands she court Gideon Sharp, a notorious witch hunter and unforgiving revolutionary. A witch hunter. Gideon will pursue the Crimson Moth to the ends of the earth, and her trail leads him to Rune. But beneath her facade might be his match. Except, what if she's the very villain he's been hunting? The dangerously romantic start to Kristen Ciccarelli's New York Times best-selling fantasy duology. So this is a duology, so there is 2 books in the series. I could not find, for the life of me, the second book, because I would have got the second book. I wouldn't always buy like a whole series when I haven't read the books. So I mean, I say that, and obviously my actions do not speak to my words, since I've bought an entire series that I haven't read. But I usually wouldn't. However, because it was a duology and because I wanted to read them, I would have bought the second book, but I couldn't find it, so we've just bought one. And if we don't like this one, then we don't have to buy the second one. But it is a duology, and the second book is called this. And yeah, so let me know if you've read it and what your thoughts were. It sounds intriguing. It sounds very enemies to lovers, but don't realise that they're enemies until a certain point kind of situation, you know, which... love that. So that is the 6th book on the list. There are 2 more, and they are also part of a series. Again, the actions of I don't usually buy a whole series without reading it doesn't speak to this. However, I had both of them on my TBR, and I thought, do you know what, I'm just going to buy it. And I actually thought that they were a running series, like same characters throughout the whole thing, but turns out that they are not. They are interconnected standalones, I'm pretty sure. So let's just bring them both up. It is Phantasma and Enchantra. You see those? They're very cute. They are one's a dark fantasy romance and one's a spicy fantasy romance. So they are, one is dark and one is spicy, but I'm hoping that they are both dark and spicy. Together. So Phantasma is number 1, and then Enchantra is number 2, and they are by Kaylie Smith, and they are, what's the series called? Oh, I think the series might be, I don't know. Anyway, I don't think there's necessarily a series name. There might be, if I'm wrong, but yes, I bought this and I thought that it was like 1 and 2 because they say 1 and 2 on them, so I thought it was like, this is the first book, it'll end on a cliffhanger, and then the second book will be continuation of the events. But it turns out I was incorrect because they have different characters and different plots. So, Phantasma by Kaylie Smith is a dark fantasy romance, and this is the blurb. And I will check if there are any content warnings. Oh, yep. Okay, there is content warnings, but the blurb is... Welcome to Phantasma. There are only 2 rules to the game. Stay alive and don't fall in love. Well, I feel like one of those is going to be broken, don't you? When Ophelia's sister disappears, there is only one way to save her. Ophelia must enter Phantasma, a deadly contest inside a haunted mansion, and claim its prize, a single wish. In a maze of twisting corridors and lavish ballrooms, Ophelia will face 9 challenges, each more dangerous than the last. Just as fear threatens to overwhelm her, a mysterious stranger offers her a bargain. Charming, arrogant, and infuriatingly attractive. Alright. Blackwell claims he can guide her through the lethal trials ahead. Ophelia knows she shouldn't trust Blackwell. Worse still, she feels a dark and irresistible attraction drawing them closer and closer. And in Phantasma, the only thing deadlier than losing the game is losing your heart. Once again, I have a feeling that rule will be broken, but I am here for it. I'm here for it. It sounds like such a bit of me, and I'm really excited. I kind of barely knew anything about the series. I think I knew like a little bit, and I was already like, I am in. Sign me up. I'm sat. So when I read the blurb and actually fully understood what it was about, I was already in line. But now I'm excited. So yes, because this is a dark fantasy romance, and I will check the other one as well, there are content warnings. And I don't know if any of the other books have content warnings. I don't particularly think any of them are dark romances or anything like that. I'm not 100% sure though, don't quote me on it. So as always, I always have a little disclaimer in my description, but as always, please do check any like age restrictions and content warnings, trigger warnings, anything like that. Please do check it for just any book that you're thinking about reading, and just, you know, make sure that you protect your mental health always, and what one person likes isn't always what somebody else will like. So something that I really enjoy might be completely not for you. So yeah, always check the content warnings, and always check, you know, what content's going to be in it, so make sure that it's suitable for your age if you are not 18. So yeah, there's my little disclaimer. Then let's dig into Enchantra. So this one's called a spicy fantasy romance as opposed to a dark fantasy romance, but I imagine that there are still content warnings. Oh, content guidance, yes. Okay, so yes, there are also content warnings in this book, but with that being said, if that has not put your mind off, let's read the blurb and find out what Enchantra is about. Welcome to Enchantra. There's only one rule: never ever trust your heart. Okay, that seems to be a consistent theme, that love and falling in love and hearts is not good in this world. So anyway, when Genevieve Grimm's mother is killed, Genevieve wants answers no one can give, until she receives an invitation to Enchantra, a cursed palace filled with temptations and illusions. Arrogant and dangerously handsome, Rowan Silver meets her at the door and refuses to let her inside. But Genevieve finds her own way in, and soon realises her mistake. Enchantra is a twisted labyrinth of marble and thorns, where Rowan's family are trapped forever in a deadly game. Now, Genevieve must win or die. Rowan offers her a deal. They can compete together if they convince everyone watching that they're desperately in love. Genevieve knows she can't trust Rowan, but she'll do whatever it takes to survive. As they hunt and hide together, Genevieve tries to ignore the desire burning between them. She absolutely cannot fall for this man, cannot forget that she's only pretending to be in love. After all, it was Rowan who taught her Enchantra's first rule: never ever trust your heart. Okay, I'm sensing a forced proximity trope here. So that is exciting. Both of those books sound very exciting to me, but they are the two darker ones, so just be aware of that. So that is all the books that I bought. I also bought from the works, just, you know, because it's in front of me, I also bought the Witch colouring book, because I thought that would be super fun to do. Let me show you like some pages. Like just, oh, I'm on the wrong page there, sorry about that. I'm also scared of spiders, so I apologise for that jump scare. But like, there you go. Kind of like this, you know, it's just really cute. And I recently got into colouring, and I have colouring pens, so I just wanted something with a witchy vibe. So I also bought this. And then the works, if you don't know, if you've never been before, if you don't live in the UK, or anything like that, then they don't give you normal bags. They give you the option to buy reusable bags that are behind them. And they have a lot, because they know their audience. They know they've captured us, all of us book lovers. They know the audience, so they have a lot of book related ones. So I got this. Reading is my therapy tote bag. It's been a little bit squashed because the books have been sat for a while. But yeah, reading is my therapy. Cute tote bag. Cute little sides. Reading is my therapy. So can't wait to use that. But that is my entire haul from my birthday. Like I said, all I wanted to do was go to the works, go to Waterstones, eat Nando's, and it made me so happy. I'm never happier than when I'm in a bookstore. It sounds like you know, that sounds silly, but genuinely I'm never happier than when I'm in a bookstore buying books. So It was a great way to spend my birthday. I'm officially 26, so I can no longer check 18 to 25. I have to check 20, I think it's 26, is it 26 to 34? Something like that. I have to check that box now, so how sad. But alas, I've got my books to get me through. So this is the full haul. Please do let me know if you've read any of these books and what your thoughts were, whether they're good or bad, it doesn't matter. Let me know your opinions. If you have spoilers, please just do put up a spoiler warning, just in case anybody else doesn't want spoilers, but I love spoilers, as we've established. I am crazy, so it's fine if you give spoilers for me, but just write a little spoilers for everyone else. So yeah, let me know what you think, if there's any of these books that you're like, girl, read immediately, or you weren't a big fan of. Let me know. I like to chat about books. It's literally all I want to spend my time doing, hence why this channel exists. So that's all from me today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I have absolutely loved just going through this haul with you. The best part of this video was that you were here with me, so thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it, more than I can tell you. And you know, every single view to me, you know, I'm very, very small account. I don't get a lot of views, so every single view to me is, you know, really exciting, and I really appreciate it, like, genuinely. And as I said before, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy my content. I'm a little bit rambly. I'm kind of just getting used to it, but I just wanted to feel like we're just chatting and hanging out together, so I don't plan too much into it. There's no fancy lighting. This is a very low-tech production. As you can tell from the state of me today, and just in general, I have a window. So that's why like half of my face is in shadow and half is not, just because this is the way that I have to face. So yeah, we're a very low tech production, but I just literally wanted to feel like you've just picked up your phone and you're talking to your friend and we're talking about books, our favourite things. So yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. If this video hasn't scared you off, then I do have other videos on my channel and I post every week, so hopefully you will be here next week and we can hang out again. With that being said, I'm going to stop talking now and I'm just going to say bye.